Welcome to Go Guys Podcast, the podcast about we haven't quite decided if we're going to be doing anyway. I'm Colby.
And I'm the Canyonero. You can call me Fee.
There you go. It took a whole week and a half.
God, I hate myself. Cause I was re-listening to the podcast from last week because I'm trying to find TikTok stuff. And I hear myself at the end, and I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, it's right there. Because I'm like, hear myself like trying to like walk through things so I can figure out the stupid name. And as I'm listening myself, I'm like, The Simpsons, and I do the jingle. And then you don't know this is behind the scenes, but like, if you listen to last week's podcast, at the very end, I was trying to figure out the word for the Simpsons car, the Canyonero. Right when we clicked off for like stop on the recording, I was like, Canyonero fucking came to me.
Screamed it. I was still recording. But Fee wasn't, so I didn't understand why he was so upset. And then he told me, and I went, oh man, you card.
It pissed me off. It pissed me off real bad.
It did. Fee would not let it go. Fee was like, God, I can't believe it.
Because like it happened right when I clicked stop on record. I clicked the stop like as I clicked the button. I was like, Canyonero. I was like, fuck. I was pissed. But I couldn't be like, go live again. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, I gotta get back in there. This is important. I can't sleep without this.
I was legit mad. But now that I got it off my chest, I'm better. But
so proud of you.
It's been what, like,
what week since you looked at me?
Yeah, coming up, I don't know the word.
That's my favorite song.
Well, I heard the song today, but I don't know the lyrics.
You heard it today?
Yeah, it's on my Spotify.
Oh my God, embarrassing, but all right.
What? That song?
Yeah, I bet you do.
Eat my ass, you shitter! You're the one who sang it.
Listen, I'm cool. The only reason I've listened to that song is because it's part of a remix by Neil Cicierega. Okay, so don't fucking at me. I would never listen to that song vanilla like some kind of virgin.
You know I'm not a virgin. How dare you? I don't know why I'm so
dare you?
You know I'm gonna fucking take it back.
Take it back. You know how many remixes I listen to. Shut the fuck up.
I listen to bullshit music, but that song in particular, I don't know why Spotify thinks I like that song so much. It'll play it at least twice a day.
My wife got mad today. We went out to go. We went to the plant store to buy plants.
Oh,
and
I thought you were gonna talk about the plane situation.
No, oh boy, I will though. So yeah, we went to the plant store to go buy plants, and as we're pulling into the parking lot, the beat for Under Pressure comes on. And
are you sure it wasn't Vanilla Ice?
Yes, positive actually. The difference in this one is like, you know that it's not. And so that's that's different.
Oh my God, fuck you.
Fucking Rob Van Winkle piece of shit. Shut up, Rob Van Winkle.
No one remembers that fucking. Oh my God. No one remembers that one. What was it, like a talk show, or was he talking to?
It was an I think it was either it was an interview for something, but it the way that it shot makes me think it was for like 2020 or Dateline or something.
Yeah, exactly. Because he was just like, I didn't plagiarize that song. That little in the that makes it different.
That's different. It's different. Shut up, Rob.
That's he's done two good things, and the other one was the ninja rap.
True, ninja rap. I mean, let's be real. There was a third one. There was that one reality show where he hung up with Amish people. All right, so like it's fine.
No, wait, that was Cool as Ice.
Oh, that wasn't very good. I'm not counting that.
No, but it was laughably bad.
But it was something.
It was. Well, I mean,
so we're pulling into this parking lot, and Under Pressure comes on. and my wife is kind of grooving to it, and then they look at the console in the car and go, "Oh." And it's because it was a remix of Under Pressure and Smash Mouth.
Oh no!
From Neil Caesarica, and my wife was like, "God," I was like, "Got him again."
You're like, dang, you fucking mad lad. Like, I swear, the only music you listen to is like remixes and fucking meme music.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And it's not like, the thing is, I don't know why, but like, so I'm on an old sort of grandfathered in plan from Google Fi where it's like
nice.
$20 for unlimited phone and text and $10 for every gig of data. And like it's minimum purchase like 1 gig. So that means that if my mobile data is under 1 gig, that means that my total bill for the month is like $30. And that's pretty good. And the thing is, like, so in order to keep that means that like I don't stream video and I don't stream audio whenever I'm in the car. So I pull up my music player and I have to like specifically in YouTube Music go to like downloads, shuffle all of my like local songs. And the only songs that I have there are my entire CD collection from when I was growing up and any song that I physically downloaded onto my computer and then put up into Google Music. So any like new song, any like Spotify thing that I'm into, if it's like an album that I haven't purchased, it's just not there. Whereas like all of Neil Caesariga's albums, I was able to download easily because they're surprise, because they're very copyright heavy, free. You just have to, you could donate to him for however much. And so I'm like, yeah, here's, however much money. And now I'm just going to download your whole remix discography. And I've got whatever, like 60 remix songs, which are all great.
God, when I get in the mood to listen to a remix, it sucks because like I only listen to music when I'm going to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm driving to work, I'll be like listening to something, and like part of whatever, like say I'm listening to something will be like, ooh, I like the meme version of this one better.
Yeah.
And like I'll fucking pull up YouTube. And I'll like have to like be driving in the dark, mind you, because I'm doing it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta be like, I gotta find this song, or else I'm not gonna be able to like chill. And it has to be in the car. I can't wait till I get to work.
Yep.
So, and it's so stupid. It's just like so like stuff that I just like old meme music, like fucking what is it like 2018 meme remix song, everybody's circulation, fucking, combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell,
good one,
like a couple of Game Grumps remixes, of course, Triforce remix,
oh yeah, great one,
Fingers in His Ass
is a classic.
So good, such a good fucking song.
For me, it's and it doesn't happen very often because I don't listen to the radio, but anytime I hear any bit of Sia's Chandelier, I have to shut it off because I'm like, I know this version is better than the one that I'm thinking of, but that's the one I want to listen to, and it's called Chandelier Alternative Version with, if I'm not mistaken, the male symbol. And it's specifically because like when she starts screaming in the chorus, it's just gotchi sound. So it's just dudes screaming in gay porn. And I don't know why, but that's the version that I prefer. I'm like, this is great. I love this.
This is high art. This is true. This is true music.
Yeah, and then toward the end, in the bridge part, it's just fisting is $300 over and over and over again, and I'm like, yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know why stupid ass like meme sounds so good in music form.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's just like, it has something to do with like the first time that you hear it, and it's like unexpected in a way that's like the same. I don't know. I think it operates in the same part of the brain that comedy does, and then it like gets in your brain and sticks there.
But I think it sounds good though.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's funny, but then you're just like, this is fucking good. Like even now, I'm fucking playing Everybody's Circulation in my head right now, and I can't stop it because I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
And after we're done, I'm gonna have to like listen to it because it's gonna bug me.
Yep. It's this is our curse. Some people are vampires, some people are werewolves. We're meme lords, and this is the cross we have to bear.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna like bust out into that what is it, that stupid band? Some nights I'm gonna catch it in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw.
Hey Fee, has there ever been a remix of that song that I would have heard? Because otherwise, yeah, it's nothing.
You've never heard that song?
Nope.
I think it's by like fuck, I'm not gonna remember it.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't.
I'm gonna type it in on my Google, but Johnny, take us to our next topic.
Yeah, so
and then I'll interrupt you when I figure it out.
So this has been a super rough week for me and my family. It
was by Fun. I fucking knew it.
Was by Spun?
No, Fun.
Oh, Fun. Yeah, no, never heard of them either. So okay.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
I'm serious.
Oh. Okay.
That sounds like a very bad name. SEO sounds terrible for it.
No, it's like F.U.N.
Oh, wow, that's annoying. Okay, so it's been a really rough week for me and my family. Basically, my wife this week will mark 4 times that my wife has had strep this year.
This man's throat is just a fucking Kalichi Road at this point.
Yeah, it's horrific. And so, my wife was like, "Oh no, my throat is starting to hurt," and we were like, well, it can't be strep. I mean, you just got over strep. It's probably something else. And then the next day, my wife was like, "I can't swallow. My throat is knives. This is almost certainly strep." And I went, "Son of a bitch."
That's what she said.
And so they went to the doctor. Sure enough, got tested for strep, and the doctor was like, "You got to throw away your toothbrushes." And my wife was like, "Oh, okay." That's the first time we heard that advice.
Well, I mean, that makes sense because, like, you brush your teeth when you're sick, right?
Yeah, it makes sense, right? But no one had ever told us. Just, I don't know. I assume you brush your teeth and then 24 hours later, or I guess if you're brushing them twice a day, 12 hours later, it's dead, right? Like
the crust kills the germs.
No, it's like how a germ gonna live on a surface for 12 hours? There's no food. It's just sitting in the toothbrush. Like, wish I had something to eat. I guess I'll just fucking normal? Die.
Isn't that like normal? Can't like germs like live on surfaces for like 100 hours or something?
See, I don't know how germs work.
Aren't you a scientist?
No, I'm an engineer. There's a vast difference.
I mean, tomato, potato.
How are you gonna do? So that's the first time we heard that advice. So we're like, all right, that's fine.
Well, answer me this. Has a doctor do you have your tonsils out?
I have my tonsils out. Yeah, mine.
What the fuck?
Mine was for cosmetic reasons, but yes.
Why were your tonsils too ugly or something? Want to get a tonsil lift?
I have what they called cryptic tonsils. So my tonsils had, and this is going to get real gross. My tonsils had a whole bunch of holes in them, where like food and stuff would just build up and form what's called tonsil stones.
Oh,
and they smell super bad. And I was like, I hate these things. I have to like express them from my tonsils like once every week or two. This is gross.
What do you mean express?
Like because it's like a hole in my tonsil that goes like far back in, food would just pack in there, or food and spit and other stuff, whatever, would just pack in there, right? And get hard like a stone. And then I would have to push on part of my tonsil with my tongue to get it to like pop out of the hole, and then I would spit it out.
No.
Yeah.
You're making me sick.
Yeah, no, it's gross. And
it's
that's
disgusting.
why so one of the summers I was like, hey, I just went to a dentist, and I was like for a regular checkup, and I was like, hey, can I just get my tonsils out for any reason? Because this is gross. And my dentist was like, oh yeah, they'll just take them out if you just ask. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I scheduled to have my tonsils removed, and yeah, like they removed them, and then afterward, I was talking to the doctor. And I was like, hey, how bad was it? And he was like, oh, it was real gross in there. And I was like, yeah, I bet.
You're just like, the whole time. Like, why would the doctor say no to an elective cosmetic surgery? If you're just like, can I get my tonsils out? No.
Don't. No. We only do that for people that need it.
I don't want to get in there. I can smell you from the elevator.
You had to pay me double.
How gross it is.
So yeah, like I have mine out, but my wife doesn't have theirs out.
That sucks.
Yeah, so
are they thinking about doing it?
Oh yeah, they are now.
Y'all always getting strep. Y'all always sick.
I know. So they get strep. This happens like Monday of last week, or Sunday night, and then Monday they get the diagnosis. Right? Yeah. They're going to be flying out to Berlin. Saturday night. So this would have been last night at this point, right? So we're like, okay, we need to like get your diagnosis, get you on antibiotics, and make sure that you're better by Saturday. That way, you could still make the conference that you're going to. And so we're like, okay, well, let's like make sure that you get into the doctor. Everything's fine, right? Yeah. Get the diagnosis for strep. We're like, wow, what a weird, terrible coincidence. And we don't think much of it. Well, fast forward to Thursday. And Thursday night, I'm like, hey, I'm actually starting to feel pretty bad. I'm feeling kind of tired, and my throat is starting to hurt a little bit. My wife was like, oh, shit, really? And this is happening. My wife is leaving Thursday night, which means that I'm going to have a full week of taking care of the baby by myself with strep throat. And I'm like, fucking cool. That means that, like, I have to get rid of this now. Yeah. So, you know, at this point, it's already too late. It's like, 10 p.m. So I'm like, all right, tomorrow morning, I'm just going to go to an urgent care. We'll get it taken care of. So sure enough, go to an urgent care, get tested. It's strep. This doctor was equal parts very helpful and also a asshole.
Why?
Well, because I was like, hey, I'm pretty sure I have strep. I'm tired. I have like full body aches. My throat is starting to hurt. I've got postnasal drip. And also my wife has had strep 4 times and just got diagnosed with it again on Monday. So I imagine that this is just that. And yeah. So the doctor comes in and is like, okay, so tell me about this. Your wife has had strep 4 times? And I went, yep. And I've had strep once before. And if this test is positive, this will be the second. And she was like, did you throw away your toothbrushes? And I lied because I was like, that's not relevant. We didn't know that we were supposed to do that. So no. Yeah. So I just said, yeah, yep, we totally threw them away. Because I was like, give me other sources of where this could have come from besides toothbrushes.
Yeah.
And so so this doctor is like, and it's just you two? And I went, oh, and she was like, oh, does your wife work in like childcare or healthcare? And I was like, no. And my wife is hearing this conversation and wants everyone to know that my wife always changes out their toothbrush after they're sick. I have literally never heard that before this. So
wait, is that true? Do they?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's a thing. I don't know.
Maybe they thought that you were doing it, so they didn't have to tell you.
Yeah, maybe they were like, this is common knowledge that every adult would know. And I'm like, I'm from Taft. Why would I know?
Yeah, we fucking use the toilet brush for our teeth.
Yeah, we just go out in the fields and smile at the sun. That's how you brush your teeth.
I go and use the well water and the fucking the lawn trimmings as my cleaning.
Exactly. Yeah, it's holistic. It's good for you. So yeah, I'm here. I'm like, yes, we changed out our toothbrushes, and she was like, oh, does your wife work with like children? And I went, no, but our son does go to daycare. And she was like, well, does your son have strep? And I went, no, he's fine. He hasn't said that his throat hurts. There's like nothing wrong with him as far as we can tell. And she was like, well, how young? And I was like, he's almost 2. And she said, strep can show up as a rash on babies. And I went, oh.
What?
I just pause and go, oh. Because guess who's had a rash for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
And we took him in to the doctor. We were like, hey, there's this rash that's on him and everywhere. What the fuck is this? And they were like, oh, you remember the last time that you had strep? So sometimes this happens after you get sick. It's a post-viral rash, and it'll just go away on its own. But like, you just got to give it some time and make sure that he's got lotion and all that.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, post-viral rash. But this is the first time that I heard this, because he also had a diaper rash, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm thinking maybe that's strep. And the doctor's like, yeah, take that baby into the doctor. And I'm like, what the fuck? How was I supposed to know? We did.
Get that baby out of here.
We took him into the doctor, as if I'm like abusing my child, because I'm like, oh, you got strep?
Yeah.
Get over it.
They're like, you've let that baby have strep ass for fucking 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky I don't call the cops on you.
Oh, God. So I'm like, okay, yep, no, we'll do that. And the doctor was like, yeah, so don't share drinks. Wash your like everything. Throw your toothbrushes away. Give your baby a new toothbrush every day if you need to. And I was like, okay, goddamn, I get it.
I'm like, we understand. Fuck.
So we and she's like, oh yeah, and by the way, you do have strep. And I'm like, okay, well that's what I wanted to know. Give some antibiotics, please.
That just made me feel bad.
So I get the antibiotics finally, and I go home, and we set an appointment for like later on that day for the baby. And so I'm at home, like trying to rest. My wife, bless their heart, is like recovering from being ill and is now taking the baby to the doctor themselves, and also trying to prep for this trip. Well, yeah. I get a call on the way back from the doctor, and my wife is like, hey, so yeah, the baby does have strep. And I went, oh, cool, great. And they were like, actually, it's an interesting form of strep where it's a strep and also some secondary rashes. It's called scarlet fever. And I'm like, what the fuck is this Victorian era King Arthur Game of Thrones ass disease that my baby has got?
I've heard of scarlet fever, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I've only heard it in fantasy shows.
Yeah, right. Or like, oh yeah, back in the day when you didn't have soap and everybody had the bubonic plague and scarlet fever. That's the kind of sentence you hear that in.
They're like, well, that town's got the plague, and those people over there, the nobles, they've got the scarlet fever.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I feel like I hear scarlet fever, I feel like people are like bleeding out of their eye sockets.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I could be wrong. But like, then again, I'm no doctor.
Yeah, it's one of those stories, like one of those diseases that you hear in stories about, just like old. I'm looking this up. There was an epidemic of scarlet fever in 1564 to 1565. Cool, great.
Well, what were the symptoms? I want to know if they bled.
Let me see. Let me Google scarlet fever. Bleeding gums is a thing. Okay. Bleeding gums. I don't know about bleeding nose. Okay.
I mean, it's in the face area.
Yeah, you're there. But yeah, it'll show up as like red splotches, and it's like itchy, and is not great. So
yeah, I understand that. Man, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And man,
yeah. So we're dealing with all of that. Finally, like, things have calmed down, right? Like, we finally have a diagnosis. Everybody is taking their medicine. We're resting. But now my wife is like, all right, I've got to finish packing. And so, I'm laying in bed because it's 11 p.m. and I'm not usually in bed by 11. But my wife is like, all right, I got to finish packing. And I'm like, I'm tired because I'm sick. I'm just going to lay here. And then my wife finishes packing and we're talking for a little bit. And then my wife just gets real quiet and is like, I can't check in for my flight. I was like, why not?
What?
And they were like, it just won't let me because it says that my passport isn't valid. And I was like, what?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, so it turns out the date at which your passport expires actually means jack shit most places. A bunch of different countries have different rules on how far out your passport has to be non-expired by. So for places in Western Europe, it's 30 days from your departure, from your departure day from your destination. So in my wife's case, 90 days. So in my wife's case, their passport was had to have been 90 days from whenever they were going to leave, which would have been a week. So that would have been, it had to have been valid for 97 days from when the trip started. And their passport was only valid for 72 days.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh.
And in this situation, you would think, there's got to be someone I can call to, renew that. It's a passport renewal. It's not and in fact, there are still pages left in the passport, which is another weird requirement that they have, is they're you need to have 2 empty pages in your passport. Bitch, what? Why are pages requirements? Just put multiple things on the page.
To write fun stuff. I don't know how to a passport works.
It's so that the customs agents can draw a little anime character in there. They want to have all the room to do a little doodle.
I feel like you're lying, but I've never had a passport.
I feel like you're lying, but I don't know enough.
I don't. I've never had a passport. I've barely been out of Texas.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's beyond me. This whole nonsense is beyond me.
Yeah.
Not nonsense.
Passport. And the thing is, my wife has told this to multiple people. All of them are either they had no idea or they only know because it's happened to one of their friends or family, or one of their people that they've traveled with has gotten super anal retentive about all of the requirements. But you would assume, reasonably so, that the expiration date is the day at which your passport expires.
I guess so. That way, I don't know. You don't become an illegal alien.
Yes. The thing is, basically, you have the idea here is that whenever you go into a country, you have 90 days that you can be in a country before you have to get a visa. And so they assume that you were going to spend the maximum allowed time in the country and your passport has to be valid for that whole time. I don't know why.
They don't assume that you're just going for work, which is usually a week or two, or a vacation, which is also a week or two.
No, because okay, so and I understand where this may have happened, right? Imagine this, some let me think of someone. Our mutual friend Desiree, right?
Wait.
Our mutual friend from high school, Desiree.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So let's say that Desiree.
That's a random as hell pick.
Yeah, I know. I thought of anything. Let's say that our friend Desiree decides, you know what? I really want to go see what theater is like in the Globe Theater in London. And I'm going to go. I'm going to fly over there.
Trip.
Yes, exactly. It's a theater trip that our theater coach paid for. Now you know it's a fantasy.
I was no, because then we'd never go.
No. We would raise the money and never leave. We all know that.
We never get it.
So Desiree goes to the theater. It's great. Goes to drinks afterward. and gets a little drunk. On the way out, they're like stumbling back to their Airbnb, and they cross the street without looking, get hit by a car, fall into a coma for 4 months.
Oh no.
Then they wake up and they're like, oh shit, oh my god, thank you so much for taking care of me. And they get rehabbed and everything is going okay. Now they've been in the country for 5 months and they're like, I need to leave. Oh shit, my passport is not valid. And now the country gets to decide, well, what do I put you in prison? Do I force you to go back? What happens now?
Don't they just like extradite them back to America? Isn't that what the embassy's for?
I don't fucking know is the thing. And I imagine that they don't know what to do with that either in like an automated sense. Like, do you just go to jail? Or do you go to jail in America? Do you go to jail there? Do you leave the country?
I feel like you go to the embassy and they have to have an answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's an answer.
That's what it's for.
But it could be jail is the answer.
Yeah, go to Belgian waffle jail.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry.
You say, all right. Gonna be locking me up, eh?
It's not even a Belgian accent. It's fucking Australian.
It was English.
I got a hint of Outback in there, but
that's because you're unsophisticated.
Hey, you're not wrong. But
that's the scenario that they're trying to prevent. Is like whenever, like, even if you're like, no, I'm only gonna be here for a week. I know my passport expires in a week and 2 days, but I'm only gonna be here for a week. And then something happens and your flight gets delayed. Your flight gets canceled. You're in the airport for 3 days. Now you have to be arrested.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Riddle me this.
Mm-hmm.
How long does a passport last?
Good question.
I mean, what? Like when you renew it, like what's the? Is it a year or?
It is. 2? The reason why the reason why most people have not heard of this rule is because passports are good for 10 years.
Oh.
10. So like the situations in which this would happen are the situations in which you were going to be traveling and you also need to renew your passport. So like in your life, let's assume that like you get to do some like really cool stuff when you're growing up because your parents want to take you to Rome, right? Maybe you get a passport when you're 10, right? If you're traveling when you're in college, you renew it when you're in college. You renew it again whenever you're a new parent, and then you renew it again whenever you're an old parent and you want to go on a couple of like trips with your family. You renew it one more time, and then you're too old to travel, right?
Wait, is that a rule? You could be too old to travel?
No.
Oh, you just mean like you're too old and don't want to travel. Okay,
yes.
I get it. I thought you were like, oh, you're too old. You can't leave the country.
Yeah, you can't go.
Ooh, you're all wrinkly. They'll send you back.
Yeah. So I just like, you're going to get it renewed maximum, 10.
5 times?
10 times in your life because you get to age 105 or some shit, right? So
I was saying, why did you like renew your passport up until you're 100? Why would you do it at 90?
Yeah,
where are you going at 90?
Well, here's the thing. You're like, I want to spend my last day on Earth, not on Earth. I want to die in the sky.
Do you need a passport for a rocket?
Yeah, space is a country, maybe. I don't know. Who's going to take it? Yeah, good point.
Yeah, does Buzz Aldrin?
Yep,
right?
that's the one.
Aldrin?
You got it.
I almost said Lightyear.
Yeah, listen, fair enough, honestly.
So, like, they don't need special licenses outside of being an astronaut to go to space, do they?
I don't know.
And being like, space has to be no, space can't be regulated.
Mm-hmm.
Like airspace is,
yeah.
But like once you get into space, like you can't like really tell like where you're at.
Yeah, I would assume. I don't know.
Because like the Earth, like once you leave the atmosphere, like the Earth keeps spinning.
Yeah,
and the ship is just like shipping.
Yeah.
So like, it once the Earth spins and like you're over like Russia, they're like, oh, you're in our country.
Yeah, you better have a valid passport, otherwise we're gonna arrest you in space.
That's when the Space Marines come in.
Yeah. That's when Space Force happens. That's why we have a Space Force now.
I feel like we're not too far from that happening, but
yeah.
Well, I mean, not too far, but like not in the not so distant future, but still distant.
Yeah.
Relative to us. But
yeah, I mean, that's fair.
I feel like we probably won't see it in our lifetime, but maybe like your kids will. I'd say ours, but I just have a cat.
Yeah.
I don't have a kid.
Fair enough.
And what's it called? But yeah, that's great. Passports are stupid. I don't have one, and I need to get one.
Yeah, it's probably the worst. And I'm gonna say that like I'm really mad that this is like a thing and that things aren't more, I don't know, reasonable, and that passports you can't just like renew online or something.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So where do you get your passport renewed? Because 13, 14 years ago when I worked at Walmart, we used to be able to do it in the photo center.
Yep. So you have to so what you have to do nowadays is you have to get a picture taken that would be valid for your passport, which you can do at like a Walgreens, a Walmart, any place that like takes pictures. The post office for some reason also does it. That's when I got my I got my picture taken at our post office for my first passport. So I got that there, and then you have to mail in the form with like all of your information and your old passport. You send it off to them, and then they will send you back a new one. That's how you renew it.
Well, what if you don't have one?
Then there's a different form. It's the same thing, except you don't mail them an old passport, and I think it takes longer because they have to like validate that you're not a criminal.
That's so annoying. That makes me almost not want to get one, but I want to get one just in case.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. Sucks. Not cool.
God, does suck. All right, that's a bummer for your wife. I'm upset that they couldn't go to Belgium.
Yeah. Yeah, not great, not cool, but you know, and also on top of that everyone in the house has strep throat, and we've all just been giving it to each other because we're all stupid, I guess. So that's what we're dealing with. It has been a journey.
Not all of y'all, just you.
Just me, actually.
Well, I mean, not stupid, but like, let's say, blissfully unaware.
Yeah, who knew about the toothbrush thing? And also, I guess water bottles count. Probably.
Well, yeah, you put your lips on it.
I do. I really get in there. I really make out with my water bottle.
I really do.
It's a Whataburger Yeti cup. Man, I full tongue in there, man.
You put your lips on the whole, like you fucking mouth the whole thing like a big mouth bass.
Exactly. I am that dedicated. I'm all about deep throating Whataburger. Okay, so
I mean, I'm drinking a large Whataburger soda as we speak, but like I don't love it that much.
Here, virtually, me and you raise up your cup, and then we will virtually clink. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Clink.
Clink.
Perfect.
I'm glad we both said it.
Delicious.
Wait, you're just drinking water, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, stinky. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper.
Well, it's water with water flavoring in it, so it's like
what?
water plus.
The fucking water flavoring.
Yeah, it's like
it's already water.
Like Mio, but different.
Oh, I thought you meant like water with water flavored flavor in it.
Oh yeah. There, I got some. I got some powdered water that I like to sprinkle in my water to make it taste extra watery.
That's what I thought. I was what the fuck is that? I was like, it's already water. I was already getting mad because I thought it was something stupid. I was like, what? Dumb. Okay. I didn't even think. I forgot because like I use those too. I use like the water bottle shaky powder thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't even. It did. I couldn't conceive that you didn't mean water flavored. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You should have said the flavor that you were drinking.
I don't think anyone would know this, but it's called Stur, STUR, and it's the grape acai berry flavor, and that's nothing. No one's gonna know anything about that fee. That's why I just generic water flavoring.
You didn't have to say stir. You could have just said grape acai.
No. What's the point of giving details when you don't give all the details?
Because then things like this happen and I get confused.
Oh, Fee.
You already know how I am.
Oh, Fee.
Anyway, that was our first topic. Now we're on to our second topic.
Yes, topic 1. Check.
Hell yeah! Look, I'm on a roll. It's been a while since we talked, and I'm on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling fucking frisky.
Oh.
Before we get on to our next topic, remember to like and subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, do it. But also, I wanted to read off one of my podcast points, my point of topic, because we're not going to talk about it for a while. We're going to talk about consoles, but I want to erase it from my memory notes already.
Okay.
Man jerks it at Disney Ratatouille ride. This is how old my fucking notepad's been since we've chatted. Oh, I feel like that was months ago.
It was. Okay, so yeah. The broad strokes of this story are there's a guy who on a ride, specifically the Ratatouille ride, did the old jerkarooski.
He insisted he got into the ride by himself with no one else. They were like, they were just like, "Oh, it's unconventional, but we'll let it slide." And then he let it slide out, on the little rat car. And it's so weird. Like they got cameras in the little slow coaster, and he just starts whacking.
Yeah,
and they call the police on him.
Well, here's the thing. There's a little more to it than that. So first,
isn't like frequent. Like he's done it before, right?
He is a sex offender.
Yes.
He hasn't done this specific thing before, but yes. So he gets on the ride, and they have to stop it multiple times to say, like, just a reminder, no smoking on the ride. So apparently he was smoking weed on this ride by himself. And then when he was like, oh man, I guess they don't want me smoking weed on this ride. I guess I'll just whip my dick out.
They didn't say nothing about jerking.
Yeah, hey, I found a loophole.
Just because it's not in the things that you can't do, I feel like that it's implied that you shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But like here's the thing, like why? Like, what was your goal, like plan or goal? I mean, I know you're a sex offender, but like, what was your goal? To get high and, I don't know, jerk it and be done before the ride ended? You had to know they have cameras in there. They don't just send people in there fucking blind and hope it works out.
Yeah, at the end of the ride, they're like, all right, 33, 34, 30. Shit, there's 2 people still. Everybody shut it down. We lost another one. I don't know where they went.
I feel like because like there's like an iceberg to this, right? Like,
yeah.
not only for people like this fucking asshat, but for like people, other asshats who spread their ashes in Disney rides, because that's a thing that people go and spread their family ashes in Disney attractions.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney's like, hey, don't do that, because immediately when they do, a janitor has to come and just sweep up like these human remains.
Yep. And like, the thing is, there's a lot to this. So we can theorize as much as we want about like, but one of the fun things that I think, it's just a small detail that I find interesting. So I think that this possibly could have been a fetish thing. And
fetish for what? Being watched, or
exactly. That's the thing, Fee. So let's talk about the fetishes that it could be, and then I'll tell you about the one that I think it is.
Okay, well, the one I think it probably is the fetish of, what's it called? That you may be caught.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Danger, kind of like a risky.
Yeah, like a risky. I don't know like what the name of it is, but I know it's like risky play or something.
Mm-hmm.
Our public play, like if you're like in a scene with a partner, it's called like public play.
Yep.
But I think if like there's something else that they call it, because there's a chance that you can be caught.
Yep.
And let me tell you, guys like on Grindr, I don't know what is in the water down here, but they're just like, let's go outside and do it. Let's go to this abandoned park. Or like, oh my god.
Of course. God, that's such a classic. And you always hear about people that are being arrested. Like, oh yeah, these two dudes got arrested because they were sucking each other's dicks in the park. I don't know why that's such a thing, but it is.
I have to tell you, being gay or bi or whatever, that's fine. You know, do what you're gonna do. But man, it's embarrassing when the news comes out that you're at like a park on like an old slide, just getting your wiener waxed.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
It sounds hot, like in theory, but it's not. It just isn't.
I can't imagine doing it. Like so much so that it's like not in public, because like in public, okay, there's some scenarios where you're like, all right, that could, like, you've had sex in a car before, right? Like,
well, yeah,
of course, like, and that's technically counts, and that's like a little risky. That's fine.
It technically does, but like, you're in your car and it's at night, and like you pull the seats back, or you go put the seats down in the back of your car, and you're laying down and whatnot. And then, like, you crack the window so the stank gets out. But, like, you're in, like, a secluded area in your car. With, like, you have a covering, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, something. You're not in a goddamn bush. Yeah. Or, like, Here's an example. So, like, I was messaging a guy on Grindr, and he was just like, yeah, let's hook up. And I'm like, you know, we can't be at my house, you know. Everybody's here, but I can, if you got a place we could drive to. And he's like, no, I can't at my house. Same deal. And I was like, all right, well then we'll have to like reschedule this like hookup later. And he was like, oh, you know, in the back roads, there's this abandoned house we can park in front of and do it there. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
An abandoned house?
There's like an old abandoned barn out in this old road. I know this because like one of the guys told me, he's like, you know, when you're going down this road, right, where you take a right like halfway down when you're going the back way, and that'll lead you down like a little dirt road, and then when you're like almost at the end of the dirt road, there's an old bridge that you cross, and
yes, dick sucking bridge. Yep.
And no one could see you because it's surrounded by like a lot of trees, and then there's like an old barn that's dilapidated, and you can just
Mhm.
park in front of it, and
Oh yeah.
it's all cool. No one will see you.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
even if there's another car there, you just wait your turn. It's fine.
I'm like, how many people have you like taken back there that you know this place so well? How did you find this place? I'm like, no, gotta go back there, you fucking maniac.
You're gonna kill me.
I'm like, no, oh, like have some fucking respect for yourself.
For yourself, for me, for yourself, for everyone. Come on.
Even like that aside, there are some people that just go to rest areas.
Mhm.
Like, dude, that rest area from GP to AP.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Never stop there.
Never ever stop there.
I'm gonna let you know now. That is just a male orgy hotspot.
Hell
And-
yeah. It's from 8 p.m. till 4 a.m. It's just cum.
And I sometimes I have to drive to AP because there's Lowe's in AP.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I drive by, I'll see like a car too, and I'm like, oh
no.
I know what's going on. I know what's going on.
I know what you're doing.
And like, I'm not a fucking prude. It's just the sun's out.
Yeah,
I'm like,
the sun's out. Like that's the deciding. But God can see you.
I'm just like there's like no coverage. It's like a little it's a rest area. There's two like stone picnic tables with like stone awnings,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just there, just blowing each other in broad daylight. And I'm just like, I like, cops have to know this is some kind of like gay hotspot.
I mean, the thing is, if I knew that and I was a cop, okay. Imagine this: you're a cop, and I feel like we all know. Okay. I feel like we all have a suspicion that cops have quotas that they're supposed to keep. So imagine like you're toward the end of your quota period. You've still got a couple of things that like you need to do, and you're like,
they save that one to the end of the month.
Yeah, you're like, shit. I know I could arrest like 3 people if I just hang out and just every hour come by this rest stop and walk in. I'll probably be able to get a couple people. God damn, I don't want to though.
Fill that quota.
Yeah, like, do you do it? Are you like, I don't know, maybe I could try a speed trap, but
Here's the thing, like, what? Okay, so the cop side, like they, it's kind of embarrassing. I don't know, and maybe for embarrassing for them to do it, but like, what about the people in the act? Like, what? Like, that awkward, just like you've been caught, like, and then like slowly putting your clothes on of shame while getting arrested.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I can't even think about it. That's like the lights coming on in the movie theater only to find out the person sitting next to you is naked.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're like, that was a good movie. You look over to your left, there's just a guy butt ass naked. It's just like, what the? It's just like, sorry, man, I was really into the movie. Mario,
damn it!
Mario just fucking gets to me.
Ooh, man, did you hear Donkey Kong laugh? He went, it's great.
When the DK, I got a speed run where I always come when the DK rap comes on.
God,
yeah, that's gross.
So like, God, that's so fucking funny. So okay, we've got the in public one. This is about the man in the Disney ride. So we have the one that's in public, right? The other pretty obvious one is he's got a thing for rats, right? Like he's a big rat fan.
Would that make him? No, that wouldn't make him a furry, would it?
Oh yeah, it would.
No,
but just for that specific animal.
He's not into anthropomorphic rats.
Oh, that's true. Well, but I don't know. Do you count like it's a rat that talks? That's kind of different.
No, he's not anthro. He's not a furry, and I'm in the furry community. I would know.
All right, so then he's just a zoophile, I guess. He just wants to fuck a rat.
Yeah, they're called zoophiles, or like feral lovers.
And that almost kind of comes together because the car that you ride in is a rat.
Yeah.
So
okay, here's how you distinguish Remy.
mm-hmm.
He's just a normal ass rat.
Yep.
Judy Hopps.
Yep.
Would you fuck her?
No.
Well, I mean, like, if you were a furry.
You just asked. No, I'm not. So the answer is no. She's a rabbit.
Yeah, but
yes, she is. You fuck.
Oh yeah, she is fucking up top. I mean, but like, she's an anthro. Like everyone's gay from Nick.
Sure.
So yeah, maybe he's into rats. Just fucking rats off to you, dude.
Now here's my theory. Here's the one that I think is the dark horse here.
I thought I got it with the first one.
You may. I think that's the most common one, but here's one that there's a lot of, to me, kind of adding up.
Okay.
Maybe he's in to being shrunk and being small and tiny. Because the way that this ride goes, in the line, you start off big, regular size as a human being, and then as you get further and further into the line, you get smaller and smaller, and so objects just get bigger, and then at one point you turn the corner and you're on the rooftops in Gay Valley, and there's a fucking the thing for like the restaurant, like the sign for the restaurant, and there's like a big window, like, oh, this is an apartment. I'm a rat size. Oh, crazy.
Wait, does the ride have you role playing as the rat?
Yes.
Or role playing as yourself on a rat?
It's role playing as the rat. You are a rat.
Oh wait, but then that's not like size play. That's like transformation play.
Yeah, but you're small.
Yeah,
you're a wee small guy.
You're a wee small boy, but you're also an animal.
Yeah.
Like, there's a section of furries that are into people transforming into just straight up animals.
Okay, there you
Not
go.
Animals, but like furry anthros.
Sure. Yeah.
Like it's always just like this guy's like, oh man, all these fucking people are weird, and then like he's like, now I'm thirsty, I'm gonna drink the soda. And then, like, unbeknownst to him, he starts growing fur and tits and loses his dick.
No. Oh, no.
And then and then he's like, oh, man. No, I really want to bang. Or get banged.
Fuck.
It's so funny because, like, I've read a number of those comics. Not for, like, pleasure, because they're in the subs that I follow.
Sure.
But it's always, like, a dude turning into a girl. It's always turning into a girl. It's never like staying your own gender. It's turning into like a female anthro. It's usually like a fox.
All right, that's weird that it's just a fox, but but all right.
Usually a fox. I mean, I've seen a dog. There's it's oh no, like there's this. Oh no. I've seen this one cringe comic. I don't know. I don't want to regale you with that comic because even people in like the community think that's cringe.
Yeah,
and don't like it. Where like the guy finds a stray dog and like he's like, oh, you're my pet. You're all cool, but the dog has an insatiable lust to suck dick.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, and it just snowballs from there, you know?
That's horrific.
So bad.
So
it's bad.
That's my theory, is that he's got a size thing. He's like, now I'm small.
I thought you were gonna say
I've just like I'm only gonna be. I was gonna say vor, but you don't get eaten in the.
That's why I asked what the RP was. Because like you're kind of inside the maybe
You're in the restaurant. You're being chased around. Yes.
Yeah. Well, like maybe it's a double fucking thing because like he's small and then he gets eaten.
Mm-hmm.
So like he pretends he's in the rat's belly and he's like, "Oh man, I'm getting digested."
Yeah.
And this rat's going on a crazy adventure. Maybe we'll never know. Like this is how much is a Disney ticket, a day ticket?
Let's find out. Actually, Disney World Park Pass.
You've been to Disney,
huh?
It's like you've been to Disney. I thought.
Yeah, but I don't like. I didn't keep track of like how much I spent. It's a ton. You put that out of your brain.
Well, like I always like to know what a ticket costs.
$109 per day.
Wow. So this wasn't a spur of the moment thing. This is premeditated.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't just one day you're like, man, I'm fucking horny and I got $110.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well go to Disney World.
Yeah.
You know, live out my favorite fetish.
Yeah.
Like this is something you have to plan.
Yeah, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna bring my weed pen. I'm gonna jerk off as quick as possible. I have trained myself to where I can go from nothing to being finished in 1 minute and 12 seconds flat. And so if I just, oh boy, I'm gonna get it done.
I know where the blind spots are on the camera, so
yeah, I did the research.
He's fucking Snake over here, just fucking dun 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 dun. Just fucking. Oh no! Oh, it's really gross now because like it makes me not want to get on like rides like that because like I know they cleaned it, but like someone was jerking off on that.
Yeah.
I wonder if they
one of them. It's any of no. They of course they didn't retire it.
No, not the whole ride, but just the mouse.
No,
that he was.
Do you know how many people have like thrown up in there? They're not gonna just because. I doubt that he finished.
How do you know? Like they catch him, the lights go on. He's like, "Oh fuck, they're gonna come get me!" And he's like,
"I gotta go fast."
It's just I'm fine with vomit. Vomit is gross. It can get washed off, and the smell can get like Febrezed off. But like, cum is cum, and I've been with guys. It's just that like, not weirdos. Well, but like, not that kind of weirdo.
I mean,
Look, he's jerking off on a kid's ride with kids around him. That's weird cum.
Yeah. No, it's completely weird. I completely agree with you. The part that I'm iffy about is on whether or not that's like weirder or grosser than like somebody just shitting their pants or throwing up or peeing on this ride, right? Like I don't think it's that different.
I was almost going to say, I don't think anyone shit on a ride, but I mean, I know people.
Yeah, of course people have.
Yeah, of course people have.
Kids go on these rides. Kids shit themselves all the time.
God. I hate thinking about it because, like, I like going to, like, pools.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, someone's fucking doo-doo butter is in here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like,
yeah.
But like the chlorine's so strong you can't tell. Like,
yeah,
it's something you don't think about. It's something you try not to think about.
They just have to pull in enough, like, they have to pour in enough chemicals that it doesn't matter anymore. It's fine.
It's basically you just don't think about it. Just this is it's one of out of sight, out of mind. You're like, someone jerked off on the rat. This is sorry, this couldn't be the one.
What the fuck was that?
My fucking cat. She's so we're roommates together. I just moved. I know, like late in the podcast, but we just moved, and the cat is staying in my room because I have like nice doors and I have a lot of room, and the room that my mom's staying in, the dog is in there, and they don't want them both together.
Makes sense.
So she has a toy on the floor. It's like a little spiral toy with like little balls that like she passes around and around.
Yeah.
And I guess she was like moving it around. Hey, get away from there!
Your chaotic roommate is just.
Yeah. Well, anyway, like she was playing with the toy, and she's been good the whole time, like going around in circles.
Mm-hmm.
But she like I guess she moved it a little bit, and then she bumped into my leg and bit my ankle
Hell
and
yeah.
clawed my foot. That's why I screamed.
Hell
and
yeah.
just now, hey, get away! I'm gonna.
I'm gonna get you.
She's like, I don't want her to like bite the Ethernet cable because that's what like
fair.
she's like right next to it, and she was like, "Man, this looks fucking weird."
Hey, that looks
and I'm like,
tasty.
I can already like see the look in her face.
Yeah.
But like, so I had to like shoo her. But yeah, no, she just like mid conversation just fucking attacked my leg, my bare leg.
Just get in there.
Dude, she did. She like bit me and clawed me with both of her claws, and then as I screamed, she's like, "Fuck! I gotta get out of here!" She fucking ran.
Well, I'm in trouble.
But she knew already. She like I think animals do. Like if they're gonna like bite you or attack you, like they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get retaliated on." So it's just one quick whack and then run.
And then sprint as fast as you can.
I wasn't gonna chase her. It was just like, fuck, that hurt. Like, what do you want me to do? Choke her out?
Yes.
I'm not.
Yes, I want you to put her in a headlock.
Sometimes I wish I could, but I love her so much, and she's small.
Yeah,
so.
She's a tiny cat. Makes sense. Okay, Fee, it's time.
It's time.
We've got a big thing to talk about that's not jerking off inside of a rat.
Before you do, I'd like to congratulate PlayStation 5 for all these cool things coming out, and Phil Spencer for saying that PlayStation has won.
Oh God, Phil!
Fucking, he's defeated. He's just defeated.
His quote was, his quote was, "We lost the worst generation to lose." Oof.
But all because of Redfall.
Yep.
And what really sucks is like, I've been hearing people talk about the Xbox One, not just Redfall, but like everyone's like Game Pass is such a good idea. It's so cool, but Xbox like One or whatever the new one's out. See that like that's how much Xbox is losing. It's like the One S or something, right?
Yeah, Xbox One S. Yeah.
They have nothing going for them. They have like no first party support like at all. Like Halo, like don't say Halo.
Yeah.
Like how many people playing fucking Halo Infinite?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, he even said it himself. So Xbox was trying to buy Activision Blizzard, and I think they got blocked. I think like one of the government organizations said, "No, you can't do that merger." And so that would have been Starfield, right? Like, or Elder Scrolls 6. One of those two games would have been like, this is the thing. And
dude, it's because they own too much already. They
do.
They just like, but they not Bethesda, fucking Rare, and a couple other ones.
Yeah, they have a number of like development studios under them, and so. This, like, just what you're saying, Phil Spencer said, there's no world where Starfield is an 11 out of 10 and people start selling their PS5s. It's not going to happen.
Damn. That's so disheartening. He's just defeated.
I know. God, this is so just defeated. I know some people want to hold us up at being a better quote green version of what the quote blue guys do. And I'm just going to say that's not a win for Xbox in staying in the wake of someone else. We have to go off and do our own thing with Game Pass, with stuff we do with xCloud, and the way we build our games. God.
God, it's just like he's like raising the flag, just the white flag. He's just raising it up.
And the thing is, he's absolutely right. The full quote is, it's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation, where everybody built their digital library of games. And the entire reason why they lost the Xbox One generation is because they had that stupid fucking reveal in which they were like, all of your games are going to be digital, and you're like, we're going to be locked to a console, but you know what? You could loan them out through this like complicated program. And then the next day, Sony was like, here's how easy it is to share games with PlayStation 4. And they just handed a copy to someone and said, thank you. That was it. They said, here, motherfuckers. And that was it. Xbox was like, somebody inside Xbox went, oh, well, we're boned this. That's it. Xbox is done, basically.
Yeah. Dude, that what was it? When you buy a game, that killed aftermarket for Xbox.
Yeah.
Which is a no-no.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, like, they're not wrong. Because, like, I'll tell you right now, Tears of the Kingdom, we're talking about PlayStation this episode. I'm not going to be able to talk about anything but Tears of the Kingdom next episode because it comes out this week.
Oh, dude. Fucking Tears of the Kingdom news, too. Fucking Kotaku's having a shit fit that they got blacklisted by Nintendo.
Good. So, like, I'm obsessed. I'm very excited. Here's the thing. I bought Breath of the Wild physical version because I was like, I'm going to go to the midnight release. I'm going to pick up my console. I'm going to pick up my Breath of the Wild. It's going to be sick. And I did that. It was awesome. I am not like, I don't have to go buy a console, so I'm not going to go to a midnight release of Tears of the Kingdom because I don't even know that those exist anymore. And I want to play it as soon as possible. I'm not going to wait until the next day. I'm just going to power through playing that night. I'll be very sleepy at work the next day. And then I'll be playing Tears of the Kingdom and it'll be great.
Wait, are you going to download the digital version that night and then go buy the physical the next day?
No. I'm not buying the physical one at all. And that's the whole thing is like, if it's a game that I'm super excited about, it's like, oh yeah, well then I'll just buy the digital version. That way I have it immediately upon release. Like you can roll the dice and sometimes get it sooner, but most of the time you'll be getting it on release day and you have to wait for the mail. So that's like, you know, when everybody who's like doing digital version is like, okay, midnight, my game unlocks, I get to play it. Whereas you have to wait another 16 hours until the mailman puts it inside of your mailbox at 3 p.m., right? Like, so the math probably didn't work out on that, but whatever.
Like, I just go like to GameStop the next day. Like,
yeah, you could. You have to wait for GameStop to open though. So like,
well, like here's the thing. It just depends on like games come out when I work. So like, if the game came out on the day I worked, I'd have to wait anyway.
Yeah, which is fair. That's a reasonable thing to say. But that is not the case for me. So I just get to like, if I want to play it, if I want to guarantee that I play it as soon as it comes out, digital is the way to go. And as a result, I have a number of games that I've purchased digital only at this point that like God of War Ragnarok. I only have a digital copy of that game because I decided one day, yeah, you know what? I want to play Ragnarok. And I didn't want to wait for it to show up in the mail, so I just didn't. And
I decided a couple of years ago that I was going to go console-less, so that's why I got the PC, and I've just been digital from like here on out, besides the Switch. Yeah. And I will buy physical copies of Switch, especially if like I see a cool game for sale at, say, like, I don't know, GameStop in the mall or something. Yeah. I like to go to Walmart if I go to Walmart and I find a cheap game. But, like, sometimes I will go to the store and I'll buy, like, I want the physical copy of this game because I don't want it to be digital because then I have to make room. But if I have the cartridge, I don't need to make room.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I mean, and I checked and was like, okay, that's, like, I have Breath of the Wild physical. I'm going to have Tears of the Kingdom digital. That's just how it's going to go, I guess.
I feel like you're probably going to buy the physical copy. I know you're going to say you're not, but I feel like you want it.
Nope. Nope, don't even care.
We'll see. We'll see what you say.
We will see. Anyway, so yes, poor Phil Spencer. We have just about 20 minutes to go through.
Let's stretch that to 30.
Sure. So basically, there is going to be this. There's a bunch of rumors and stuff that there's going to be a new like state of PlayStation video that's coming soon. They usually put out one during the summer. It's usually May or June. People are thinking that it's going to be coming later on in May, maybe even coming this coming week, which would be personally a really stupid idea. Like, let people get less excited about Tears of the Kingdom, but whatever. I don't work in marketing. It's fine.
I feel like they need to figure this out, because like fighting games have figured this out. They do like the gentlemanly thing. They're like, oh, if you're coming out on this day, we'll wait a month because we don't want to compete.
Yep.
But yeah. So
here's what we're doing. We somebody on Reddit, user by the name of Celeborn 2001. So I guess if you want to check them out, reddit.com/u/Celeborn, CELEBORN 2001, put together this really great state of PlayStation 5 rumors report.
Wait, hold on. Did you share the list with me?
I sure can.
No, I got it. I already got it. I was just asking if you shared it with me today. Right?
Oh yeah, I did.
I was looking for the link so I can read along.
Yeah. So it's there. You have it. And this post was made, I think, today. And this just basically goes through everything that we know that could be talked about, and it's not just like, oh, a guy heard from another guy. It runs the gamut from a guy heard from another guy up to this was announced 2 years ago and we haven't heard anything about it since.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Yeah. And they're doing it by development studio as well. So it'll be easy to follow along.
There's a whole lot of them.
Yeah, so we're going to try and speed run some of them.
About a couple. I'm sure we could speedrun some of them, because I know some of them are like, there's nothing coming out from the studio.
Yeah, these guys, who knows?
I think the first one is like the big one.
The big one, yep. There's a couple of PlayStation darling studios. There are 3 of them, and we're going to talk about all 3 of them up front.
Yeah.
So Naughty Dog, recently came back into the spotlight because the Last of Us TV show did so good. Which good for them.
Oh, so good show. Such a good show.
Yeah, haven't watched it. Hear it's good. I love Pedro Pascal. So good.
He is so good in it.
He's so good.
I kind of don't. I know. No, well, he was in the movie We Are Heroes, which is Shark Boy and Lava Girl 2. I mean, he was good in it, but that movie sucked ass.
Good.
Anyway.
There's basically a few titles from this. There's a number of different titles that they're developing. And that's they've confirmed that they've been working on Last of Us Part 3. Basically, as soon as Last of Us Part 2 came out, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're working on Last of Us Part 3." And we've started to like writing and conceptualizing what it could be. We're not confirming that we're like developing it or that it's like things are happening. We're just talking about like what it could be about, what story we want to tell, stuff like that.
What do you mean? It's about Ellie.
Yeah, you would think.
Look, at the end of Part 2, she's all mad and disheveled, and she's like, I'm not going to kill you, Ricardo. I forget her name.
That's her name, Ricardo.
And then, like, in Part 3, she was like, you know what? I'm going to kill her.
Okay, so actually I wanted to talk about this. So we had a very, very, very long conversation in a private Discord about Last of Us 2, and I think everybody in that server except for me and one other person were like, Last of Us 2 was too sad, too grim, and I didn't enjoy it. I hated everybody in it. Which I think is not an uncommon sentiment.
Yeah.
And I get it. I disagree. And the thing that I found most interesting was talking about what Last of Us 3 could be and what would they have to do in order to make you interested to play it again. And for me, my theory is that spoilers for Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. Last of Us Part 1 is the story of Joel being a loner and learning to like love and trust people again. And at the end of the game, huh?
I said so good, so good.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. And at the end of the game, he makes a selfish decision, and the correct decision, by the way.
Yes. Thank you.
To save Ellie from the Fireflies. God, there's so many people that are like, humanity could have been helped if he just would have sacrificed.
You don't fucking know that.
It's people imagine that this is the trolley problem, but they like, okay. So imagine the trolley problem. It's like, if you pull this, one person will die. But if you don't pull it, the rest of the world will die. And it's like, well, okay, how about this? You pull this, and then 20 miles down the road, I'm going to tell you about a situation that may happen depending on how you pull this thing. But there's a lot of other things that may happen too. Like, he basically, like Ellie, they're like, oh yeah, Ellie is immune to the virus. And we've got to like figure out how she's immune to the virus.
Oh, here's another thing. Even if they did find like the cure for it, the fucking the fungus is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're immune, but they can still die.
Yeah. But you imagine that like the more people that take this vaccine, the fungus isn't going to have anything to live off of except for, I guess, animals.
They could still kill people and then like implant mushrooms into it. The cordyceps.
Maybe, but like I think that's basically the first thing is to like make sure that people stop dying.
Wouldn't they evolve again? I mean, they evolved to attack people.
I mean, they could, but I mean that's why it's important to like save as many people as possible, so that if it starts to evolve and does different things and like the people that were immune are no longer immune, then you just find other people that are immune. You find different cures, right? Like this is the beginning of the future. And
do you think just having a vaccine for the cordyceps would just everyone that's already like where they are now, they would just be like, yep, let's collectively be like, let's rebuild society.
No. And that's where I think people get this wrong is, number one, we have no idea that the Fireflies even had the resources to make a vaccine in the first place. And call me dumb, but like if somebody came along and was like, oh yeah, I'm immune to this virus. And I was like, yeah, we can't figure out why you're immune to the virus. We're going to have to kill you and poke around in your brain. Like, motherfucker, how does that make sense? Like, okay, you looked at my blood. Do you want to look at my spinal fluid? Do you want to look at my bone marrow? No. Let's just jump to you being dead and us exploring your body. That's a good idea. It's a great idea.
Better idea. Yeah.
Fucking idiots. So yeah, there's that. There's also like, do we really think that the Fireflies weren't going to like politicize this and use this for like power? Of course they were. Everybody would. And that's understandable, but still. People are trying to make the Fireflies out to be this like, oh, this magnanimous, extremely like selfless organization that's trying to save the world, and it's like Santa Claus.
Yeah, they were so good. They were gonna find the virus and they were gonna share it with everyone, even their enemies, and then society would collectively just hold hands and rebuild.
Yep, and they were gonna do it and then disappear into the shadows because this was charity. Right.
Go fuck yourself, everyone. That wouldn't have happened.
Absolutely not. So Joel makes the right decision. And then because Joel basically had to murder a bunch of fucking doctors to get out of there, which oops. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's okay. Like before you go on, here is another point that people bring up that I really hate. They're like, oh, Joel wasn't a good guy. He deserved to die. I'm like, motherfucker, no one's a good guy in this world.
Yep. That is that is the point of Last of Us. Both part 1 and part 2 is that no one is a good person. Like everybody is doing what they have to exist. And when you find people that are nice and kind, it is exceptional. And those are people to hold on to. And I
still think I get what they were going for in 2, but Joel dying was a mistake.
Yeah. So, I don't think it was. I think that was a fine thing as far as narrative goes.
I think at the beginning it was bad. I think he should have, and I keep bringing this up to like anyone that asked her, like, well, what do you think should happen? I think he should have sacrificed himself to save Ellie.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's
near the end.
I think that's lame as fuck. So
I don't.
I think that's just like that's like any given Sunday level of like, look at this bittersweet. Oh, it's like Armageddon. He's locking himself in the rocket ship and he's gonna blast off into the mushrooms.
I'm a cheesy motherfucker, and I like that shit. I don't like that they just pull the rug out from under me and beat me with a golf club.
Yeah, pretty sick.
I really hate that. I really dislike that because then they make you play as Ricardo for most of the game, and her
not most. It's about a third of the game.
Isn't it like half or something?
It's somewhere between a third and a half. Yes,
and they're just like, look at her. She's not a bad person. She plays with a dog and other stuff too. Because like I just don't care.
Which is true.
But, like I also don't like her character model. Her fucking biceps are Macho Man.
It's great.
Levels of big.
Yeah.
And she has a normal head.
Yeah, dog. That's what happens when you work out a lot. Is you have a normal size head and the rest of you is disproportionate.
I love tall, big, muscular women, but this was a short, younger girl with just the biceps the size of like my tires.
Yeah, dog. She she lives in a football stadium. She's got like access to the current post-apocalypse's best gym equipment, and she's doing a very physically demanding job all the time. It makes sense that she has muscles and that they're fucking huge.
I get it. It's just silly looking. and it's so funny, like, again, spoilers, when she fights Ellie at the end, how she doesn't just rip Ellie in half.
she doesn't just pick Ellie up and just bite her in half. Just tear her in half vertically, like a phone book.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
so like, yeah, that's the end of Last of Us Part 2. Is Ellie being like, I'm not going to kill her. And then she's having like PTSD flashbacks and fucking nightmares and stuff. And eventually she decides, you know what? I am going to go kill her because Joel's brother shows up and is like, I found out where that bitch is. And she's like, I'm not going to go do it. And Tommy's like, you're a fucking coward. I hate you.
You make it sound like Dale Gribble.
Yeah, that's what Tommy sounds like. I hate you, Ellie. Pocket sand, and then he ran away. So like that's basically how that conversation went. And she goes, yeah, I'm having trouble sleeping. I'm gonna, in order so that I can go to sleep at night, I'm gonna go kill this bitch. And
yeah, well, I don't know why she didn't. She was like, well, this man saved my life several times. At least I could do is, kill the person that killed him.
Yeah, but she probably knew this is not what Joel would have wanted, but like,
no, but like, it's what I want.
Yeah, it's what you want. It's what a lot of people wanted, and it's fine. She made a selfish choice. That's okay. And so she goes. She finds Ricardo. She gets into a fight with Ricardo and gets her finger cut off, and she is about to kill Ricardo, and then lets her go. And it's all. And then she comes back home, and her girlfriend has left their farm with their baby. And then she tries to play guitar, but she can't because she's missing a finger. And she's like, "Man, I suck." And then that's how the game ends. And she's like, "I'm a bummer."
Yeah, she's like, "Well, at least I have the guitar." Oh,
penis! That's what she says. That's the last word of Last of Us 2 is her going, "Oh, penis."
And then like the little guitar strings from like the theme song, like bow, 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 fucking come on.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's Last of Us 2. I think Last of Us 3 could be great If they set it up just like they do in most trilogies, where it's like the first movie is a standalone adventure, the second movie everything goes really bad, the third movie things come back and is good.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the third movie is about Ellie trying to redeem herself. Like maybe initially trying to redeem herself and trying to find her girlfriend and be like, I'm sorry that I'm such a stupid piece of shit. But eventually is like, you know what? I need to redeem myself to myself. I need to like find my own self-worth. I want to help people. I want to try to make the world a better place because I have participated and fallen enough into the cycle of violence that the whole world has become, and I want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. And that would be an interesting and cool story to tell.
And leave Ricardo out. She doesn't need to come back.
Nope. Don't need her. Don't care.
Unless Ellie just kills her, pushes her off a cliff.
No, that's the best part is that you're in the middle of you like fighting off monsters and trying to save like I don't know, Ellie is on a road trip now. She's in Canada. So she's in Canada. There's no borders anymore, and she's doing whatever. And then somehow they're like, "Oh, wait, you knew Ricardo? Yeah. Oh, no, Ricardo caught pneumonia and died like 3 months ago." And she's like, "Oh, weird that I feel nothing about this." That's it.
And she like winks at the camera.
Wink.
Oh my god. But yeah, so I think that's all that's coming from Naughty Dog. So
yeah, it's that, and it's Last of Us 3, a new IP potentially, and the Last of Us multiplayer title, which is still in development. So those are the potential things that could be announced from Naughty Dog.
As much as I like the combat from The Last of Us, I don't foresee a multiplayer. It wouldn't be like a deathmatch. It'd have to be something like Capture the Flag or Monsters vs. Humans. Mm-hmm. So I like it. Better be like free because I don't want to pay anything for like this small multiplayer only game.
Yeah, so it's apparently that's the game that's most likely to be announced because it's the one that's furthest along.
That's
Factions. It's unofficially titled Factions, and it's set in the Last of Us in the Last of Us universe, and it's a multiplayer title, and that's basically all we know about it. So.
Okay, well, they better explain it better when it fucking happens.
Yeah, they better be better than this fucking rumor.
Yeah, but this stupid ass rumor, stupid it is.
Stupid.
Next
up is Santa Monica Studio. You know them best from God of War.
God of War.
And we already knew that they were working on the third God of War game. Like, they've been working on God of War Ragnarok in addition to the next God of War game at the same time. But apparently they had another game that they were working on.
Another God of War?
And it's apparently pretty far into development. It's not God of War, and it's something completely different. Theory is that it could be something that the director of God of War tried to make happen with Sony a few years ago in like 2010s. Called Dark Side. It would have been an open world sci-fi game. Big scope, big story, big everything. So could
like
be that.
Something like what's that space game where it's kind of like Fallout?
Oh, Outer Worlds?
Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
I think it's something like that. That'd be cool. Mm-hmm. Except without that combat system. It's not that I like the Outer Worlds combat system. I like that game a lot. It's just something different.
Yeah.
I'm saying it like they wouldn't at fucking a different studio.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty stoked about it. I love me a good sci-fi open world game.
Sure. Yeah, I'm down.
Is it? Here's the thing. I don't think they say if it's FPS or TPS.
Yeah. No. Nothing. No one knows anything about this game, so could be anything.
I can't wait to see a Tizio.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, not much from there besides what we already know. So.
Yeah, Insomniac. Is the third studio. They're the ones that did Spider-Man. Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2.
No. I was looking at the concept art for Darkseid.
Oh yeah. That was the older concept art looked pretty good.
Yeah, you don't have to put it on, but it does look pretty cool.
Yeah. Insomniac is doing. I think Spider-Man 2 is coming out this year, right?
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is coming out this year, and Wolverine.
Yeah,
that was teased. I don't remember when it was teased, but it was teased a few years ago.
I think it was teased either early this year or late last year.
It wasn't this year.
I think it was.
No, it wasn't.
Let's see. Insomniac, Wolverine.
I feel like it was last year.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Is that?
Yep, it was in January. Go fuck yourself.
You know what? I'm done. I'm just kidding. I feel like it was like ages ago. I thought I was saying last year, but I was like maybe it was the year before. That's how long it felt.
Oh, interesting. Okay. The video that I found was a re-upload from January of this year. You were correct though. It did come out September of last year.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'll go fuck myself. I'm sorry. I'll go fuck myself. My bad.
Thank you. I was like, I feel like that's wrong, but you have it in front of you. Who am I to say?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. I knew it. I was like, man, I felt like it came out like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But that Wolverine game, I'm pretty stoked for it. I'm not gonna play it because I don't have a PlayStation anything. But if it comes out on PC, which I hope it does, I will.
Yeah. We'll see.
And Spider-Man 2, I loved Spider-Man 1. So Spider-Man 2, it just looks like more, and I play it, dude. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a big Spidey guy.
I didn't play any of the DLC of Part 1, but I hear it was really good.
Oh, yeah. The Miles Morales game is actually super good.
Yeah, but like the Silver Sable and all the other ones.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. All those DLCs for the first one as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I never played them, but I did want to, and but I did beat all of Vanilla Spider-Man 1. So
yeah.
I feel like I did enough to where I didn't need to play that.
Yep.
So and then we have an unannounced multiplayer IP from Insomniac, leaked 2 years ago. Many of the unannounced projects from developers of the title is also scarce on information, though I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a teaser for it this year.
Yeah, so it could be a new thing. Who knows?
Ooh. I'm all for new IPs. I'm like, fucking my kingdom for a new IP.
Yeah. I thought Redfall was gonna be it.
Dude, I thought it was gonna just be like a new Left 4 Dead.
Same.
But like more like dynamic and vampires.
Yeah.
But boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, boy, man. Yeesh.
I mean, technically I could play it for free on Game Pass, but I'm glad I didn't pay for it.
But still.
But still. Guerrilla Games.
Yeah, runner-up on the big three would be Guerrilla Games. I say they're runner-up. A lot of people really shoot their dicks off because of Horizon. I never played Horizon because Horizon Zero Dawn came out the week that Breath of the Wild did, so that meant that it was dead to me. And then Horizon Zero Dawn 2 came out the same week as some other game that I also really like. I forgot which one.
Yeah. Here's the thing. They look both really fantastic. I also never played them.
Yep. I haven't played it as well. Oh, it came out the same week as the week before Elden Ring.
Oh, I bought Elden Ring over this. So
yeah, of course you did.
Here's the thing though, like I'm not saying it's bad because the gameplay and everything looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
Well, some of it, like I've seen people like we all saw the video about Donkey and how a little bit of unintuitive it is. Part 2 is, but like other than that, it looks fine. Like I could lose a couple hours playing it.
Yeah,
but I'm probably not going to. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I want to. Like I said at work, like, I skipped it because of reasons, and somebody was like, do yourself a favor and invest yourself in this wonderful game that you're gonna enjoy. And I'm like, yeah, I get it, but like, also Ghost of Tsushima I could have played, right? I could have played fucking any other game that's super good and super relevant to me. And I haven't and didn't.
Exactly. I wanted to play Ghost of Tsushima, and I probably still could because I think it's on Game Pass. But also, I'm not going to, I don't think.
Yeah! Dog, there's so many other games. Sometimes you just miss one, and it's fine.
Yeah, I'll either wait a few years and play it, or I just never will and be fine.
Yeah, and I won't even notice.
Yeah, I won't even notice. I'll just forget about it.
True.
Fucking Horizon 3, of course, because I think they have one or two more of them in there for Horizon.
Yep.
I don't know if Eloy is done with her journey. So again, we both didn't play it. So
yeah, and it's not just. It's like Horizon 3, Horizon Multiplayer, Horizon MMO, Horizon Remaster, Horizon Mobile Game. So they're like all in with Horizon.
Fucking Horizon MMO, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, good for them, but they saw how good the first two did, and now they're all in.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that they're gonna have burnout on this series.
Mm-hmm.
So like they better like dial it back.
Yeah.
Now we're on the Sucker Punch.
Yeah, Sucker Punch, which has been sort of in and out of being sort of a darling studio for a while, but Ghost of Tsushima was incredible.
Did you play it?
Nope.
I didn't either.
It looked great. Everybody says it was awesome.
Everyone did. I've seen gameplay of it.
Yeah.
And I thought it looked great.
Yep.
I didn't get it.
Nope. Didn't either. Had other things to play.
Exactly. Part 2 came out. They're making a part 2. Good for them.
Yep.
Honestly, good for them.
And then maybe a multiplayer project. I liked how all of these studios is like, oh yeah, they're gonna do a sequel to the game that they like, and then a multiplayer game. Everybody's like, okay, sure.
Yeah. Well, like it just depends. Like it better be a cool, unique multiplayer, and not like a fucking Fortnite clone, a battle royale of some sort. So
yeah, we'll see.
Because we'll see, I guess.
Polyphony Digital, yeah. Gran Turismo 8.
Oh,
cool.
I don't like Gran Turismo.
Yep, skipping it. Media Molecule, they did Little Big Planet, and they also did Dreams, which is interesting.
As Dreams is really cool. I saw a guy last night on YouTube is making from the ground up Dexter's Lab game in Dreams, and it looks fucking great.
Yeah.
But I don't like Little Big Planet at all. So fuck that. But Dreams is cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It's a cool idea. Unfortunately for that guy, support for Dreams is going to end this year. So
yeah, their support for it is going to end, but I think he was talking about it on the YouTube video that they're doing something on a server. They're gonna like move stuff to a server, like a private server.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Like the community, like because people are still using
that makes sense.
So, they may stop supporting it, but like the community is still supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Blue Point Games is another one where they're a really good studio known for remakes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we did with the other one. I was like, they did nothing. Dreams 2, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, new project. Probably not Dreams 2.
Yeah,
but yeah.
There's something in the realm of being creative. Blue Point Games. Yeah,
so Blue Point, name a remake could be that basically. But one rumor was that there was going to be a remaster of Bloodborne, and so maybe.
Wait, I thought didn't it say prequel?
Sequel for Bloodborne, but also a remaster of the first game. But if there was going to be a Bloodborne sequel, I don't know why it would be at a different studio other than From Software.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the ones who did the Demon Souls remake, so it makes sense that they're like, oh yeah, all of the Dark Souls adjacent games that weren't all together, we're going to remake and put them together on PlayStation just to make sure that everybody can play them on all the platforms.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
A Metal Gear Solid remake.
Could be.
Or Castlevania. Dude, Castlevania.
So you like to play Castlevania?
Stupid. God, shut up. Throw me off my groove.
Shut up. I can't even think anymore.
Because I want to laugh. But if we're talking about like a Castlevania remake, not the shitty PS3 one,
Mm-hmm.
I want them to do like a revamp of the NES one.
Yeah.
But like make it cool.
Yeah, do a new one. Do a new cool thing with it.
Yeah, fucking like a Devil May Cry inspired Castlevania, not a fucking because the remake, the PS3 one was a God of War clone.
Yeah.
And a bad one.
Yep.
House Marquee.
Yeah, they're the ones who did Returnal, which was, from what I understand, number one, it was like the BAFTA game of the year. I hear it was pretty good. It didn't look like a game that I would be particularly interested in, but
is that the one where the woman keeps dying and like the world keeps changing and it's
yes, like a roguelike?
Procedural.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
That's the one.
I didn't play it, but I didn't want to play it.
Yeah.
Because it looked really cool, but I thought the concept was not for me.
I thought the concept was really cool, but I hate roguelikes, so it was never going to work out.
I both like and hate roguelites. I either like them or I don't.
Yeah.
That's
Wolfie, I hate to break it to you, that is literally everything in existence.
You know what, Colby? Go fuck yourself again. Just
all right, no, fair enough. But yeah, they're saying that they're not working on a Returnal sequel. They're just gonna make something
new IP, just a new IP,
just something new.
I mean, I'll have my ear to the ground for that one.
Yeah.
We're moving on to Bend Studio.
Yep, which they did Days Gone, and they said we're not making Days Gone 2. We're not going to make any other games sort of that like we've had ties with, like Uncharted and Resistance. They're going to make their own new open world IP with multiplayer elements. So like a Destiny, like a fucking whatever.
Yeah. Here's the thing, like Days Gone, like I feel like the audience is split because I know people would be like, that game fucking sucked. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, and people were like, it was good, it was fine, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, when Days Gone was announced, and when we all saw that trailer, like I was stoked when I first saw that trailer for Days Gone. But just like the horde coming and the guy like running around, I thought the game was just gonna be that.
Yeah.
But it was an open world motorcycle save your girlfriend game.
Hell yeah.
With zombies and glitches.
Hell yeah.
So,
perfect.
Well, here's the hoping that their new IP is a good one.
Yeah.
I honestly, I love new IPs.
Me too. Big fan.
I'm happy for it. San Diego studio, literally no one cares.
Nope.
It's baseball.
Yeah.
London studio. A new fantasy multiplayer IP for the PS5.
Yep. Which, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to skip past a lot of these that are not interesting. That's one of them where it's like a new fantasy IP. Great. Team Asobi. Hey, you remember that Astrobot demo that they came from PS5? They're going to make another thing and maybe on VR. Who gives a shit? Here's one that is interesting. It's Fire Sprite.
I think, and they're talking about a Twisted Metal reboot. I think Twisted Metal is going to come back in a big way.
I think so too, because they have a show coming out.
Yeah, they teased the show.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of this year, possibly, they're gonna release maybe a game, a reboot of Twisted Metal, and then alongside that, we're gonna get the show.
Yeah, and I have no hopes for the show. I have mild hopes for the game.
I have mild hopes for both, and like, here's the thing: the guy who plays Falcon from Falcon and the Winter Soldier was in the teaser, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know who he's playing. Here's what I hope. I just want to see Sweet Tooth, man.
Yeah, that's the one, right?
Yeah, he's the one. I want them to adopt the Twisted Metal Black story.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because like that's the best story. I mean the like 1 through 4 was like really silly and goofy, but then like you got Twisted Metal Black. You start up the game and then you fucking hear Paint It Black, and everything's fucking gritty and dark and like so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to adapt that storyline into a TV show. And here's the thing though, who's the main character? No one like really works together in those games. They're all in it for themselves.
Yeah.
So like I can get why you say that you don't have any hope for it, but also like what do you do? Is it going to be like, so the main bad guy of Twisted Metal is Calypso.
Yep.
Is it going to be just people going into an arena and shooting each other?
Yeah, like, I don't know. The one, yeah, it could be fucking anything, right? Like, it could be. They did tease that Sweet Tooth was going to be in the show.
Of course,
maybe he's like a mini boss, right? Maybe Calypso is like. He's the one who's, it's like Mortal Kombat, like the first one where he's like, I've gathered you all together, you're gonna fucking fight for me because you suck.
Yeah. Instead of 5 or like 6 people in an arena, it's gonna be 1-on-1.
1-on-1. You know what? And the whole state is your battleground. Drive around, shoot each other. It's gonna be great.
I'm very like, I am morbidly obese about this.
Morbidly obese about this. You be curious?
Yeah, bi-curious.
All right. Good.
I'm very. It's piqued my curiosity, like real big time.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's kind of the big one from this one. The other one's fuck. Who cares?
Yep, I'm skipping. I'm skipping so many. I'm skipping so many. I'm skipping so many. I don't care. Maybe an Uncharted 1 remake or Uncharted 5.
Before we get there, Nix's Software. This one's big for me personally.
Okay.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart PC port, because that was going to be the one game that I wanted the PS5 for. And I was kind of bummed that I didn't think I'd ever get to play it. But if we're going to get a PC port, I'm very, very excited because I love Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, you would.
I do. Not for the reason you think, you big dumb.
Well, the fact that you think you know why that just confirms that it's true.
Shut up.
So we're moving on. PSS Visual Arts. Potentially Uncharted 1 remake or Uncharted 5. I don't know why Santa Monica wouldn't be doing this. But okay, that's fine, sure.
Well, I mean, maybe they just didn't have it in their work schedule to fit it in.
Yeah, they're too busy.
Well, they God of War stuff.
Yeah. No. No. I'm thinking of a different studio. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, they're Naughty.
It's Naughty Dog. That's my bad. But Naughty Dog is, I guess, too busy doing Last of Us. They said we can't be doing. Nathan Drake is. We can't be doing that.
Nathan Drake, more like die in a lake.
Nathan Stank.
Isn't his story done?
Yeah. So it should be. If they come back to Nathan Drake, I'll fucking burn this whole franchise down.
I'm gonna punch someone.
I'm gonna punch myself in the balls so I can pee. And skip that. Go to the next one.
The last one?
The last one is from old Bungie. Bungie Studios. They make Destiny 2. They made Halo once upon a time. So probably not Destiny 3. That's like a further off thing. But apparently, one game that's been popping up for their job listings and stuff is a game called Matter. Whatever that is.
Universe?
The Marathon Universe is yes. Okay, Marathon Universe. I don't know
why you're looking that up. They're also doing a Destiny mobile game, but nobody cares.
What? What the fuck is this?
People that play Destiny don't even like the fact that they like playing Destiny.
Yeah. Oh, Marathon. Okay, that's right. So before, God, why would they do this? Before they made Halo, tell me if this makes sense to you. The Marathon trilogy is a sci-fi first-person shooter video game series from Bungie. The name of the series is derived from the giant interstellar colony ship that provides the main setting for the first game. The ship is constructed out of the Martian moon Deimos. So it's Halo. It's pre-Halo. So this is just a new Halo thing.
Oh, so it's...
But different.
Why did it say the Marathon universe? Why didn't it just say the Halo verse?
Because it's a different universe. This is just like the spiritual successor of Marathon was Halo, but no one knows anything about Marathon because...
Oh, okay, so it was the thing that was on the PC, the thing that they built on the PC.
Yeah, the Mac.
With the master. Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing screenshots of that.
Yeah, baby.
Not of Marathon, but of like the what's it called before Halo.
Yeah. Yep.
So cool, I guess.
Could be.
Maybe
cool.
Or it could be just another FPS nightmare.
It could be. So that's it. That's the fullness. If they announce, I swear to God, I'm going to come back here. Listen, hey, everybody,
yeah.
And
mark this down.
You can listen to this. Just fast forward by like 2 minutes. I'm just going to talk to Celeborn 2001, okay? All right, Celeborn, it's just you and me.
Okay.
If anything is announced in this state of PlayStation that you didn't cover and you make me look like a fucking fool, I'm going to get on your Reddit account. I'm going to downvote everything. All of it. You better watch out.
And then?
Welcome back, audience. State of PlayStation. Pretty excited to actually see what's coming. Who knows? Maybe we'll put together a bingo card, post that on our social media, and you can play with us.
Hell yeah! A bingus!
I love bingers.
I love bingos. Bingos are so fun to do.
Yeah.
So if we do one and post it on social media, keep an eye out. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
But with all these leaks and stuff coming out and State of Play right on the horizon, Zero Dawn, that's it. That's it for the show today.
Yep. We were out of time 20 minutes ago, but here we are.
I know, but God, there was so much leak.
There's it's leaking all over the place. Oh,
listen, we should have dialed back the Ratatouille sex game.
Yeah, we maybe should have talked less about the man who jerked off inside of the plastic rat. But what are you gonna do?
I mean, I mentioned it offhand because I wanted to get it off my list, and I thought we were just gonna let it be there. But I write it in such a way that I know how we function. So.
Mm-hmm.
And it did what it do, and we do what we did.
Yeah, I can't really comprehend what you just said, but I do agree. If you want to listen to this live, all you have to do is follow us on twitch.tv/GoGettasPod. We go live, between 0 and 2 times a week. And whenever we're live, you can come and check it out. If you miss it, though, you can always catch the stream replay that gets uploaded to YouTube afterward. It gets released the same time that our podcasts do. A little bit later, the stream replay gets released at 2 p.m. on Wednesdays, and the actual podcast, which gets uploaded to every podcatcher known to man, including iTunes, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. All of those. It gets uploaded at like 5:30 in the morning. That way, if you are driving to work and you want to listen to somewhere between 20 and 25 minutes about a man jerking off inside of a plastic rat, then we've got you covered for that. You can follow us on YouTube and TikTok, where we post shorts from each and every one of our episodes that are always high quality bangers. So
hell yeah, boy.
Get up in that.
Look, if you like to laugh, and then, like, while you're laughing, get information about the government or, like, your favorite console. We have you. We're all well-rounded. We know what you want.
Yeah, we're... we're pretty much the perfect podcast. Yeah, I thought about it. We're pretty much the perfect podcast.
I mean, you nailed it right on the head.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say though, like, I feel like because it's been like 10 days or so since our last episode that we recorded, not like a quarter. It's been like, yeah, it's been that long. It feels like, I think.
Yeah.
Because we were gonna do it earlier this week, but then I got sick. And Colby was sick. But I think we're like a lot more loosey goosey today.
Yeah.
with speaking, because it feels like we haven't talked in a while.
Yeah.
Just a lot of behind the scenes, unforeseen circumstances that just kept popping up.
Yep. But
that's why we record a couple of these in advance.
Yeah.
So yeah. Listen to us, guys. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps us out. And it's free.
Yeah. It's free.
It's fucking free.
It's so free.
Like I tell you in every episode, what I want you to do. Here's what I want.
Hey, tell him. Tell me what you want him to do. Don't make. Hey, Fee.
Yeah.
Don't make this into another candy and arrow. Get it done.
No, don't worry. I got this.
Okay.
I want you to go get your best friend Ricardo, and I want you to go to a oh fuck, what's that place where you can make copies? The store.
Kinko's.
Yeah, Kinko's. I want you to go to Kinko's, and I want you to print all these leaks onto like as many copies as you can with as much money as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want you to go to Disneyland on the Ratatouille ride.
Okay.
And when you're in the middle of the ride, I want you to fucking just throw out all the copies all over Ratatouille. And then when the cops are after you, I want you to look them in the eye and say, "Go get them."
Go get them. I don't know what the point of doing that is, but listen. If you listen to any single thing that Fee tells you to do, we are not responsible for your legal fees.
Oh, yeah. Anytime I tell you to go and do something, only for you to go get them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to me. I'm no legal guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only telling you in theory what you should do.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even telling you. I'm telling you to dream about doing this.
Yeah.
Because in dreams, everything's legal.
Yeah. There's no dream cops. Inception isn't real.
Oh, dude, what if there were dream cops?
Man, everybody would be arrested, put in jail, and sentenced to death.
God, yeah, I know. I'm naked in a lot of my dreams. Oh, speaking
you're naked
of
in a lot of my dreams too. Bye.
Ooh, bye.